Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan was arrested in Lahore and taken to Atok jail on charges pertaining to the Toshakhana case. Pakistan has been paying a heavy price for being a predominantly military-driven nation. The contestation for power is marred by polarization, corruption, and authoritarian style of dynastic politics. A celebrated cricketer, Khan is largely seen as a figure of hope and promise among his supporters who believe him to be a reformer. He has been denied the chance to contest in elections for 5 years. So what happens next? Mateen Haider is a senior journalist joining us from Islamabad. Mateen, welcome to WION The World is One. Imran Khan has been jailed in one of Pakistan's oldest prisons. His party says the arrest was unjust and they will contest it. What do you make of the latest developments?
Thank you so much for inviting me in the special show. It was expected whatever happened yesterday in Islamabad in a session court. Although Mr. Imran Khan at the time of at the time of sentence was in Lahore, and his lawyers represented him before session court in Islamabad, which was hearing particularly that particular petition related to the Toshakhana case. Toshakhana is, for the viewers, it was a case that Imran Khan sold out some of the gifts which he received during his foreign trips from the foreign leaders. And there was another allegation in that he did not declare these all things to the treasury or to the Toshakhana, and then he concealed these all things while submitting his declarations of assets before Election Commission of Pakistan. So precisely if we look into this, only Toshakhana, why Imran Khan has been booked, although there is no doubt that he violated the official rules, and particularly the most popular watch that he sold in Dubai to one of his close comrades. And then of course, didn't submit the details, and he was also not supposed to sell that particular watch. Now, coming to why Khan has been booked and why others have been, because there was not only Toshakhana case, there have been series of cases against Mr. Imran Khan because of his confrontation with Pakistan's very powerful establishment. He has challenged establishment's role in politics, which is why he's facing the brunt. So if we look into many other leaders in the past, former President Asif Ali Zardari, former Prime Minister even Mr. Nawaz Sharif, former Prime Minister Mr. Shahid Khan Abbasi, former Prime Minister late Benazir Bhutto, and former Prime Minister Mr. Yusuf Zagilani, and so on, presidents and prime ministers, they have also been receiving the foreign gifts. And some of them also kept the gifts with them. And some of the leaders also violated the rules because in the Toshakhana, there have been many, many costly, precious gifts. So the question is why Imran Khan has been particularly targeted, because there was a plan, there was an agenda that before election, Khan has to be removed from Pakistani political scene. And this was one of the conditions by former Prime Minister Mr. Nawaz Sharif in London, that before his return to Pakistan, he doesn't want to see Mr. Khan on the political scenario. The second aspect of this thing is that what Mr. Khan did with the current ruling elite while Khan was in power, he's facing the music now by those now who are in power, and he put them in the prison while he remained in the power for 3.5 years, particularly Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif. Rana Sanaullah, who is the current Interior Minister, was also in prison. Mr. Hassan Iqbal also remained in prison. One of Pakistan Democratic Party leader and Pakistan People's Party leader, Mr. Khurshid Shah, was also kept in custody. So this is what the reaction from the ruling elite. Although the case is to some extent weak, because the verdict was given in haste. And at number of times, the lawyers contended before the judge that the decision should not be given in haste. Although the judge also wanted to see Mr. Imran Khan before the court of law. And at 4 times, there were intervals so that the attorney for Mr. Imran Khan should appear, Mr. Khwaja Haris. He was also busy with the superior judiciary. Another interesting thing, the moment the court gave verbal orders, read out the order, immediately police arrested Mr. Khan from his Lahore residence before the issuance of the written order, which is usually a practice that no action is done without the issuance of the written order. So in this case, the written order was issued later, and the arrest was made at it. Now, summing up this particular point, what are the options available for Mr. Khan? Today is the weekend, and his team has made all preparations to challenge the verdict before the superior judiciary. They have already submitted petitions before Islamabad High Court because Session Court's verdict could be challenged before the superior judiciary. So let's see how Islamabad High Court would be handling this particular case, and how Supreme Court of Pakistan would also be handling that particular case once the working week begins tomorrow.
All right, everyone is curious right now, since you've mentioned the elections. The elections are around the corner. Imran Khan has been banned from contesting. Even if he appeals and that doesn't change, what will happen?
Even if Mr. Imran Khan doesn't appear or doesn't participate in elections, this is what your query is?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has made a complete and alternate plan. So Imran Khan will be definitely, as I said, that the case will be presented before the court of law, and if the court set aside, then this will clear Imran Khan's path towards contesting the general election. If the court upholds the punishment given by the lower court, and then given the scenario, then Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf will definitely participate in the general election, and the party will be headed by Vice Chairman Mr. Shah Mahmood Qureshi. Despite many of the comrades and old lieutenants of Mr. Imran Khan, like Pervez Khattak, like Fawaz Chaudhry, like many others who have left the party, definitely on obviously on the pressure by the current Pakistani government. So the party will definitely participate in the election. And on the other side, there will be definitely very tough competition because Punjab is the main political ground for Pakistan People's Party, PMLN, and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. One thing is clear, that Imran Khan has spoken so openly regarding the corruption of the current elite, particularly Mr. Asif Ali Zardari, particularly Mr. Shahbaz Sharif, and particularly Mr. Nawaz Sharif, and their other party leaders. He has spoken frequently about their massive corruption, and he has made it clear that he is being punished because he has challenged their corruption, he has challenged their mismanagement, and he also spoke clearly how the regime was changed in April last year. So he has spoken so well, he has created awareness among the people. So people at the grassroots level across Pakistani different cities, in rural areas, and in districts, particularly in KT, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Punjab, and somehow in Karachi, although the interior Sindh is occupied by Pakistan People's Party, to some extent in Balochistan. And recently you have seen also the change of the regime of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf in Gilgit-Baltistan, where PTI had also ruled over there for more than a year.
Right.
So also in the local government elections, which are expected, many PTI definitely people will be winning. So this is all that at the ground, Imran Khan is enjoying the public support, despite massive propaganda by the PDM government against Imran Khan that didn't work. Rather, Imran Khan's narrative worked well, and it penetrated into the hearts and the minds of the people. So despite all such methods, punishing Imran Khan, these all things, PTI is all set to get a very reasonable number of seats in the upcoming election, whenever it takes place. Although, if you remember that earlier, the elections were supposed to take place in April this year, but it was deliberately delayed. And the government definitely challenged the Supreme Court verdict. Supreme Court of Pakistan ordered that elections should take place, and Election Commission of Pakistan should conduct elections, and the federal government should release the money in April. But the court orders were defied because the Supreme Court of Pakistan at that time was giving relief to Mr. Imran Khan. So the government is now waiting that in the month of September, the current Chief Justice will be retiring, and which the government thinks that he was putting the government in trouble and he was giving relief to Mr. Imran Khan. So the next month will be extremely critical because the President of Pakistan will be completing his 5-year tenure. The current Chief Justice of Pakistan, Mr. Justice Umar Ata Bandial, will be completing his 5-year tenure. And the new Chief Justice, Justice Qazi Faiz Isa, will be the new Chief Justice of Pakistan. And then Imran Khan may not get relief from Qazi Faiz Isa because it was same judge against whom Mr. Imran Khan and his current sitting president, Dr. Arif Alvi, sent a constitutional reference to the Supreme Judicial Council, which was ultimately rejected. So,
all right.
The next...
Mateen Haider, if
yes.
I can interrupt here, let's just talk about what will happen next. What are critics saying about Shehbaz Sharif's leadership? Has Pakistan improved, gotten worse, or needs more work? Briefly, can you tell us, or can you tell our viewers, what's the feeling in Pakistan in regards to Shehbaz Sharif's leadership?
Well, usually speaking, if we talk about development projects, there have been record number of development projects which have been initiated. And if we talk about definitely how popular he is among the masses, what steps and what economic relief he has given to the common man, that is zero, right? So people are not happy with the regime. As I said, that the Khan's narrative worked because Khan continuously have been challenging them. So for the people of Pakistan, in terms of any economic relief, there have been no relief. The inflation is one of the highest in Pakistan's economic history. Price hike is one of the highest in Pakistan's history. Although one credit goes to him, which actually should be given, that keeping in view massive economic pressures, he was able to negotiate a final deal with the International Monetary Fund. At the critical economic time, China helped Pakistan in rescheduling some of the loans and gave some money. And then Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates also helped Pakistan in critical economic time. And Pakistan was about to go default, but because of the immediate intervention by the United Arab Emirates, by Saudi Arabia, by China, and by IMF. So, but as far as massive economic reforms are concerned, good governance is concerned, whether there have been any productive work in the Pakistani parliament. And Pakistani parliament, let's talk about the legislative outlook and the performance in the upper house and in the lower house. Government deliberately, suddenly and deliberately accepted some of the resignations of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf MNAs. So Pakistani parliament, even if it did pass certain pieces of legislations and amendments, particularly in last 1 week. In last 1 week, there have been 54 legislative pieces and amendments which the National Assembly suddenly passed. Right. And that is, of course, there is no opposition. There is no opposition. So performance-wise, except negotiating this International Monetary Fund deal and putting Pakistan out of the risk of being default, there have been no other remarkable achievement by the Pakistan democratic regime, which is headed by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, and his political future is zero because his elder brother sitting in London has already made it clear in Dubai meeting, which was attended by former President Asif Ali Zardari and Mr. Nawaz Sharif himself and Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and 2-3 other close confidants, that he would like to come back to Pakistan and he would be the Prime Minister. But that seems very difficult because he's also absconded, and if he is returning to Pakistan, I'm referring to Mr. Nawaz Sharif, he has to surrender because he is still a convict And if he has to come back to Pakistan, he has to approve that charges are the punishment which was given by the Pakistan Supreme Court against him was wrong. So it's a dream which Mr. Nawaz Sharif looks that it may fulfill, but we don't see this because there are legal complications. But given in this position, Nawaz Sharif, his daughter Maryam Nawaz Sharif, Shahbaz Sharif has no political future. Shahbaz Sharif has completely no political future. He may not be the next Chief Minister of Punjab. He may not. He would be hopefully only a simple member of the National Assembly, even if he is permitted by the elder brother, because last sentence, there are serious differences within the Sharif family as well. Nawaz Sharif wanted to promote his daughter Maryam Nawaz Sharif, and Shahbaz Sharif is promoting his son Hamza Sharif.
We are out of time. Thank you very much, Mateen Haider, for talking to us and for all your insights on WION World is One today.